Hey, scholars. I wanted to share a really quick literary analysis of a song I've been meaning to analyze for you for a while. And I told you guys I was going to do it, and I'm just getting around to doing it. So, the song A Lot by 21 Savage, I wanted to give you my literature teacher's review. First of all, I like the fact that kind of has a smooth R&B, 70s vibe, which I can relate to because that was the type of music that I heard growing up. And here, as you can see on the screen, it talks about summarizing. And this is what I'm going to want you guys to do when you choose your song. So I tells you basically to listen to the song 2 to 3 times. And I would just listen to it, not even necessarily looking at the lyrics, because the first time you listen to it, the second time you listen to it, the third time you listen to it, it's not going to necessarily be the same song. You're going to hear something you didn't hear before. So in my listening to it several times, what I am summarizing, what I pretty much think the song is about, I think it's about a young man who has had a lot of opportunities. He's being reflective, and he's had some opportunities to get life right. And as he reflects, he realizes that he has a lot, not necessarily what he thought he wanted, but he has a lot. So he's being very reflective, and I think the purpose of this reflection is so that he can progress and possibly change for the better. Now here, there's literary devices, and in any great piece of poetry, there's literary devices, and I think when songs are written well, there's a lot of poetic devices, literary devices, it's all the same. So as you can see on the screen, you see simile, tone, imagery, irony. Here, I'm only going to talk about a few. The first one I want to talk about is the line where it says, "I can see behind the smoke and mirrors." Smoke and mirrors is an idiom. And I don't think we really talked about idioms. Idiom is a saying. It's usually specific to a region or culture, and it cannot be taken literally, but it's usually kind of a clever or, interesting way to make a point. So when he says, "I can see behind smoke and mirrors," he means he can see behind the facade, he can see behind the curtain, it's not real. And it comes from the whole idea that historically, sometimes magicians would use smoke and mirrors to try to fool the audience with their illusions or whatever trick they were trying to share with the audience. The second literary term is an illusion. And what an illusion is a reference to another piece of well-known work, another famous person, something from culture that your audience that you're talking to knows exactly what you're talking to. So when he says, or talking about, when he says pray for Tekashi, everybody listening knows who Tekashi is. So he's speaking to his tribe. That's the way to make a connection. Tekashi is a fellow rapper. The next literary device that I really can appreciate, and I think it's cleverly done, is when he says, "My heart's so cold I fit in the cup." That's a metaphor. And essentially he's comparing his heart to what? He's saying his heart is what? Ice. So I think that's cleverly done. Love it. Lastly, and again I did a quick version, the theme. What is the universal message? I believe the universal message of the song is be clear, very clear on what you desire and focus on in life. So he repeatedly talks about having a lot, and that's what we all have been taught, that we want a lot. But he got a lot. He got a lot. He done shot a lot of niggas. He done cheated a lot. Not necessarily that I'm not getting the vibe, that's what he wants. So that's what I think, and I did it quick. So I want you to come over to Google Classroom, tell me what you think, or in the comments, tell me what you think. You agree, disagree, have a different perspective, but let me know. And I would love to hear from you, and I would love for you to share another song or tell me a song you would like me to do.